Put him in a stable, Ben. Looks like a storm coming up.
What's the good word from Atlanta?
The market for cotton doesn't look so good. We've been planting too much, Uncle Albert.
Cotton's king. The whole South's built on it. And the world's knocking down our doors for more. Now, when I was a boy...
Kathy inside?
Your lovely wife's in the grape arbor. Now, Brax, when I was a boy, I remember the whole... Oh, Ned?
Yes, sir.
Ned, did I ever tell you about the time I cornered the cotton market in Atlanta?
Yes, sir, you did, Mr. Albert, lots of times.
I did, eh? Well,
I didn't expect you back until tomorrow.
There was a storm coming up. I didn't want to get caught in it.
It's been hot like this all week. I don't think it'll storm.
Kathy, Atlanta's a powder keg. They're calling up the militia.
Ever since I was a child, I've been hearing that sort of talk. It'll blow over.
And they're calling all West Point men to active duty.
Well, I've saved your uniform. I'll go to Atlanta with you and watch you march in the parade.
I don't think you understand, Kathy. This is more than just a parade. I've been given a colonel's commission.
A West Point graduate and only a colonel? I insist you refuse their offer until they make you a general. You didn't forget the yarn for the new quilts, did you?
Yes, I did. But I brought you a scarf.
Oh, Brax, it's lovely.
I ran into a couple of old friends.
Really? Who?
Will Denning and...
Oh, that Yankee boy from Boston. He hasn't been here since our wedding. I hope you invite him to spend some time with us.
I did. They're riding up for dinner tonight.
They? Who's your other friend?
I've been trying to tell you. It's Clay. I knew he'd come back someday.
What does he want?
See you, I suppose.
You shouldn't have invited him here.
Will and Clay and I were roommates at West Point. I couldn't refuse.
I won't see him.
Well, we can't be that cruel, Kathy. After all, he once loved you. And you've never completely forgotten him.
The past is dead. Why bring it up again?
If it's dead, you've nothing to fear.
It is dead.
Evening for a fire?
I felt a chill in the house.
Well, I've never seen that dress before. It's charming.
I've had it a long time.
You are nervous, aren't you? Don't be. I know how you and Clay felt about each other. But that was 4 years ago. He's changed. The Clay you knew is gone, darling. Well, hello, Brax. How are you? Clay? Brax, nice to see you. Our guests are here, Kathy. Hello, Kathy.
We're happy to see you, Will. Good to see you, Clay.
Hello, Kathy.
You're even more beautiful than I remembered. Isn't she, Clay?
Well, you fellows certainly look prosperous. What have you been doing to the world?
Will and I are in ships out of New Orleans. We take cotton to Liverpool and wool back to Boston. Thank you, Ned.
How many ships do you have?
4, 3 masters. But we're looking for the 5th to take care of the new cargo.
Did you hear that, Kathy? That's wonderful, Clay. When you left here 4 years ago, you had nothing but your father's debts.
The world is a rich prize, but you've got to go out and grab your share. It just doesn't come to you sitting at home.
What brings you to Atlanta, Clay?
Some unfinished business.
Do you intend to stay long in these parts?
As long as I live. I paid my father's debts and bought back his land. So we'll be neighbors again. I know this is a little late, but I don't think I've congratulated you on your wedding. I've often thought of both of you. I brought Kathy a present. May I?
Well, of course.
These pearls are from the pirates marked in the New Orleans bayou. They once belonged to a Balinese princess.
It's,
Thank you, Ned.
Kathy, did I ever tell you about the time these two fought a duel? We were plebes up at Poughkeepsie on a 3-day leave. Will and Clay were courting the barmaid, and she was quite a devil. Our last night there, she decided to date both of them. Well, they decided on a duel, winner take all. I was to be their second. I've often wondered what would have happened if I hadn't loaded those pistols with blanks.
I aimed at a tree and Clay shot at a cloud.
Say, maybe you two can give me some advice. I'm experimenting on a new type of cottonseed for export.
Will's the expert on cottonseed. Cottonseed? Well, I don't know very much about cottonseed.
Come on, Will. I've got some samples in my study.
No, Brack. Will doesn't want to talk about business now.
It'll only take a minute, darling. Come on, Will. That's where the real profit lies, Will, in the export trade. Now, you take this new fiber. I'm experimenting.
Are you happy, Kathy?
Why shouldn't I be?
I didn't come to Atlanta on business. I came to see you.
I'm Brack's wife. Nothing can change that.
How can you stand here and not remember?
It took you 4 years to remember. You've prospered. You couldn't have if I'd been with you.
I might have gotten all those things, and more, if you had gone with me.
You've 4 ships. You can afford to buy priceless pearls for no memory. What more do you want?
I carried cotton to Liverpool and wool to Boston, on my back as a common seaman. Well, pick me up in a Boston tavern. We don't have any ships. Our business in New Orleans was just waiting for another boat. I didn't care where. I never paid my father's debts. And buying back the old plantation was just another lie. Only these are true. They once did belong to a Balinese princess. But I didn't get them from a pirate's market. They belonged to my mother. I always wanted you to have them.
What have I done to you, Clay?
What have we done to each other?
We're at war. Fort Sumter's been fired on.
What did you hear?
We got the news at the inn. Since 4 o'clock this morning. We've been at war with the North.
Sorry to break up the evening. I better take the next train to Boston.
No, Will. You're our guest. You can't leave like this.
Will's right, Kathy. It wouldn't be safe for him to stay in Georgia any longer.
I'll ride with you to the station. And do me a favor. Don't get yourself killed in this war. I'll try not to. You do the same. There's still a lot of ships we haven't sailed. Goodbye, Brax. Bye, Kathy. Take care of yourself.
Clay, you'll stay here until our regiments are called up.
No thanks, Brax. Bye, Kathy. I'll report directly to Richmond.
my choice.
Claiborne's a fine officer, but...
Speak up. What have you against him?
Well, I would recommend someone with less courage.
That's a strange recommendation. Do you want me to select a coward for the job?
Claiborne is reckless beyond all risk. He exposes himself to enemy fire on every occasion. How he's come through 3 years of this war and still be alive.
The man seems to be seeking death.
A good soldier dies only once, and death is someone he knows.
Major Claiborne is here, sir.
Send him in.
Yes, sir.
You know Lieutenant Colonel Fitzgerald and Allison. Take a look at this map, Major. I have a job for you. A difficult job. Maybe it's impossible. Sherman's whole army poured out of Chattanooga 3 weeks ago. They're moving straight along this single railroad and heading for Atlanta. If he takes Atlanta, we're doomed. Our only chance is to draw him deep into Georgia, cut off his supply lines, and destroy his armies bit by bit. The bulk of his supplies are pouring through this same railroad. And as fast as we destroy it, his men rebuild it. What we've got to do is find a weak link in this railroad so that we can keep destroying it faster than Sherman's men can repair it. And this is the spot. I understand you're familiar with this region, Major.
Yes, sir. I used to live near there.
Good. Now, take a look at this. You'll see the Devil's Mountain completely dominates the railroad where it passes through Snake Gap. That's the one weak link in Sherman's supply line. I want you to take 20 picked men and 4 cannons. Put them on Devil's Mountain. Blast the railroad and continue to blast it until we can counterattack.
General, Devil's Mountain is a sheer cliff. I might be able to get 20 men up there, but 4 cannon, that's another question.
So I believe. But we have a scout who says that there's an inside route through the cave to the top that will take dismantled artillery.
General, if I could get cannon on top of Devil's Mountain, I could fight there till doomsday.
You may have to, Major. The wagons are loaded and waiting for you. You'll have 4 12-pound Brook guns, the best cannon we've got. Pick your men yourself. Now, here's the route that we prepared for you. This territory is within Union lines. You'll pick up our scout Biggers at Captain Farm. He's waiting there for you. He'll take you through the cave to the top. Is everything clear, Major?
Yes, sir.
And stay clear of Monrovia. We don't know how fast Sherman's cavalry scouts are moving.
Is there anyone at Monrovia now, sir?
Our latest reports show that it's abandoned. I would suggest that you ask for volunteers and tell your boys what they're up against. Once you wreck the railway and disclose your position, Sherman's men will do everything in their power to blast you off. I want you to hang on. You may have to stay there.
So will a lot of Sherman's men, sir.
Goodbye, Major.
Goodbye, sir.
God bless you, Major.
Thank you, sir. At ease, men. You don't have to look so brave. I'm afraid you'll all have a chance at being a hero. see any sign of life down there.
That's Cabot's farm, all right.
Beggars wouldn't show himself. He's inside, waiting for us.
Like the Yankees got the biggers first.
Will we go on, Major?
No, Purdy, we're going back to General Johnston. And I'll let you tell him we saw a dead man and got scared. It was just too discouraging.
I guess we're going on, Major.
Men, we've got to slip through their lines. Grease the axles, tie down everything that can move. Try not to make a sound. Jump to it. The moon's getting brighter by the minute.
All right, boys, hook 'em up.
That's Devil's Mountain.
Even a goat couldn't climb up those walls.
We're not going to climb the walls. We're going up on the inside through the caverns.
I've been in these limestone caverns in Kentucky. If a fella don't know his way, he sure can get lost. Permanently.
I told you I was up there once.
Well, I hope your memory serves you right, Major.
Smoke down below. Must be a Union scouting party.
What do you see, Major?
Monrovia.
Monrovia, what's that?
Just a big empty house. There's a small scouting party there. I can make out only 2 fires.
It's a good thing we come up the back way. We'd have run smack into them.
Also wagons. We'll pitch camp here. Wait for the cover of night and move into the mountains.
Yes, sir.
Unlimber here, Mike.
Unlimber.
Freddie, go down to the house and find out how big that scouting party is.
Yes, sir.
Jerry, break out a rope and lantern. Dismantle the guns and bring them in here. Jerry, take the horses back to General Johnston's camp. He'll need them.
I volunteered for this mission, sir.
Oh, let him stay, Major. He don't want to miss the picnic.
You can send Daniel back with the horses, sir. He's a family man. I got nobody but my friends here.
If that's the way you want it, Jerry.
Thank you, sir. Now you, get those horses back to General Johnson. What? The Major says.
Let's get started, Mike. It's a long way to the top. I'm not going to keep any secrets from you, Mike. I don't know the way. We'll have to find out the best way. All right, take it. Hold tight, Mike.
That was mighty close, Major.
I told you, Mac, I didn't know the way. I was just trusting to luck.
This place is a death trap. Let's get out of here. We've got to get those guns on top. Committing suicide ain't gonna do it. I tell you, Major, I've been in these cabins before in Kentucky. They're full of blind passages. They lead nowhere if you don't know the way.
We can't stop now.
We can't go on without a lantern.
Yes, you're right, Mac. Come on.
Hold on now, boys. Oh! Take it easy now. Get me outside here. Hang on. Now,
We'll split up into two-man teams. Each team take a different passage and mark its way with chalk. Be sure and tie your rope securely, check the oil in your liners, and take it a step at a time. There's no telling when the ground will suddenly disappear from beneath your feet. Mac and I will check the possibilities of scaling outside.
How's it around the other side?
Worse.
Just a small squad down at the house, Major. Not more than a dozen men.
You check Snake up?
Yep, not more than 30. No artillery, just a heap of railroad equipment.
How close are they to repairing the tracks?
Well, I couldn't rightly say, sir.
We've got to get those guns up there tonight.
Any luck?
Nah, it's too bad our people all cleared out for Atlanta. Nowhere we can get any help.
Say, there's an old man still living down at the house. I saw him picking up firewood in the backyard.
What do you look like?
Couldn't see much in the moonlight, excepting he walked with a limp.
Mac, you and Purdy keep the boys moving. I'm going down to the house. I'll join you within an hour.
And if you don't?
You're second in command.
Hey, Bert, come and get it. The coffee's ready.
Thinking of going somewhere, Grandpa?
Has the man get a breath of air?
You want air?
There's some air.
What are you doing?
Keep your voice down, Clay. They're all over the house.
Why didn't you go to Atlanta? What are you doing here?
I couldn't leave Kathy. She's in the next room. Wait.
Tearing up bed sheets to make bandages. Sherman will be in Atlanta before you have a chance to use them.
You've taken the run of the house, Sergeant. Permit me the privacy of my sewing room.
You know Sherman gave orders to burn down every house from here to Atlanta.
What's stopping you?
Your husband. Sooner or later, he's going to get lonesome. He'll drop in to see you. We're going to be here to greet him.
You'll never get your hands on him.
Oh, Colonel Braxton's a fox, all right, but even a fox gets lonesome. Oh, we'll get him. All we have to do is sit and wait him out. Want this door closed?
When a gentleman leaves the room, he usually closes the door.
Yes,
Kathy,
Yes, Uncle Robert?
will you come in here, please?
Where's the lady?
She's gone to bed.
All I want is his shirt mended.
She's gone to bed. Do you want me to wake her up?
Gone to bed. I never left the hallway. No one went upstairs. What's the matter, Grandpa?
I told you she's gone to bed.
See that this is sewed by morning.
You'd better wait here until they're asleep. Why didn't you ever write? Why didn't you answer my letters?
I did. I answered every one. I just never mailed them.
But why, Clay?
Yours were kind and consoling. Mine were bitter.
Is that what you came here to tell me?
I never thought I'd see you again. I didn't care what would happen to me. It's funny. Men die all around me. All I do is get more medals.
Oh, you mustn't die, Clay.
Why? So we can be neighbors again?
The last time we had dinner together. If the war hadn't broken out, I'd have gone away with you to New Orleans.
We'd have taken a ship together and gone to San Francisco. There's a new world making in the West. We could have started a new life there.
Oh, we still can, Clay.
It's too late, Kathy.
It isn't too late. The Bible says, to everything there's a season, and time to every purpose under heaven. Clay, I've waited so long for you. This must be our time.
You left out a phrase. There's a time to be born, there's a time to die.
Don't talk about dying.
It's all around us.
You couldn't have gone all the way through the war just to come here and die.
Well, you'll soon have a chance to find out. I think we can go now.
What happened to Jennings? Where's Jerry?
Jerry and Corporal Jennings were a team. The rope broke. Jerry's still up there somewhere.
If he's still there, why aren't you looking for him?
Where can we look? Jennings don't even know where he lost it.
Jerry ain't dead, sir. When I fell, the rope broke. He got lost trying to find me.
We'll find him. First, we got to get these cannon on top. Is there a passage wide enough to take these?
It isn't going to be easy.
Men, this is Mrs. Summers. Every fourth man take a lantern. Just follow the light, you can't get lost. Every man carry on a wet he can. It's better to make an extra trip and save your life. Start lighting the lanterns.
That's Monrovia down there. Those flyers are from the rail workers' camp.
I remember it's Snake Gap.
Yes, you can see it clearly by morning. The railroad track runs straight through.
How much longer do you think it'll take them to repair the tracks?
At the rate they're going, I'd say at least 3 or 4 more days.
Well, I guess we got everything, Major.
We still haven't found Jerry. We lost Anderson and the cannon. Corporal Jennings is out of action. That leaves us 16 good men and 3 cannon.
That'll do.
It'll have to do. Have the men get some rest. Then we'll organize a searching party for Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Well, Kathy, without you, this mission would have failed before it started.
After you destroy the railroad, where do you go?
This is where we stay.
But you can't stay. Sherman will send half his army to blast you off.
That's why we have to stay. Take the pressure off of General Johnston.
But that's suicide.
You can help us further.
How?
I've got to know the exact time those trains are coming through.
I'll try and find out.
Is there some way you could signal us?
My bedroom window faces the summit here. I could signal you by day with a mirror and by night with a candle.
I'll post a watch on your window. You'd better go now, Kathy, before you're missed at the house.
Can you find your way down alone?
Sure. Thanks. Goodbye, Kathy.
Goodbye, Clay.
can see it. I can see your light. I can see it.
Easy ranges on Snake Gap, Major. Right on top of them. About 1,500 yards, I estimate. The only spot we're outranged is from Strawberry Hill, about 200 yards short.
No need to worry about Strawberry Hill. Pretty, keep the chains on those guns. We may need to move them about after the action starts.
Yes, sir. How close are they to repairing the track?
I can't tell. The main section gang's working behind the cut. Recheck that range.
We got 100 yards to spare, Major. Them trains will be like sitting ducks.
How's the leg this morning, Corporal?
Oh, I'll be up in a day or so, sir.
Say, those peelings, they make good soup.
How are you this morning, Jerry?
Just fine, sir. Thanks to Miss Summers. She sure is a fine woman.
He sure is. Just keep your eye on that second floor window down there.
Oh, Major, Miss Summers told me to tell you something. Let's see. Oh, yeah. She said that I should tell you that you should brush up on your Spanish for California.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks for mending my shirt.
What is it, Sergeant?
Nothing. I'm off duty this morning.
You've been following me about for days. This is my kitchen, and it was my house. Let me alone.
I like the look at you. Just wanted to talk to you.
Talk to me? What about?
Doesn't matter. It's been such a long time since I talked to a woman. I like the color of your hair, the way you walk. I just like to look at you. Everything about you reminds me of my wife. I ain't seen her in over a year since I left Springfield. You can drop the knife, ma'am. I don't mean you no harm.
You came here as an enemy, Sergeant. You and I have nothing to talk about.
I didn't have a hand in starting this ruckus. I was foreman. First thing I knew, I was drafted. When I left home, I figured it would be for 3 months. That was 3 years ago.
Home? Why don't you go home, all of you? Why do you come here to ravage our land?
I'm only a sergeant, ma'am. I just do what I'm told. Now, this must have been a fine farm once. Not too many in these hills. What did you raise before the war started?
Cotton. My grandfather planted the first cotton in Georgia. It used to go as far as you could see through that window. And we had sheep, too. Merino sheep. Thousands of them. You men slaughtered the last pair we had.
Well, we'll soon be out of here, and believe me, we're just as anxious to go as you are to get rid of it.
You mean you've given up your plan to wait for Colonel Summers?
We got him in a pocket. He'll never get out.
If you're not waiting for my husband, what's keeping you here?
We ain't got enough horses. Some of the men will have to ride the train.
The way they're working on that track, a train won't be through here for a week.
I've got good news for you, ma'am. We'll be out of here this afternoon. On to Atlanta. In another month, I'll be home with the wife and little ones.
How many children have you, Sergeant?
2, both boys, 5 and 7.
You wouldn't have a picture of them.
Well, I sure have. I put it away in my haversack. Would you like to see them?
Yes, I would.
I'll be right back. see my family's pictures, huh?
Uncle Albert.
Oh, look, Harry. Look. They got your signal.
Please, man. Please, please. Stop the bleeding. Help.
Ma'am, the bleeding. Help.
I don't see any sign from the house.
She flashed it, sir. I saw it. Shall I try flashing your back? Yeah.
It's too risky. Give away our position. Are you sure you saw the signal?
Positive, sir.
Then that's it. Watch for the first sign of smoke approaching Snake Gap.
Mac, they must have finished laying the tracks last night. The trains will be coming through any time now. How do we stand?
Number 1 gun fully assembled, that's all.
Give Purdy a hand.
Number 1 and number 2 guns will concentrate fire on the engine of the first train. Number 3 gun hold fire for the second train. Steady, men. Men, we've got to hit them when they come through the gap. Mac, Purdy, recheck your ranges. Here they come. He's waiting too long. We're going to lose. What are we waiting for? The second train. We've got to get both of them. Back to your post. Number 1 gun ready? Back. On. Fire! Rebels on the move. Number 2 gun to press 1 degree. fire! Number 1, number 2 gun, go for the rear cars. There's got to be ammunition in one of them. Hey,
Men, that was a good day's work. We've thrown a big monkey wrench into Sherman's campaign. But they're going to bring up every piece of artillery within 100 miles and throw it right back at us. So eat hearty. Try to get a good night's sleep. It's going to be awfully noisy up here from now on.
Dennis, call out all the grub holdout.
That depends on how many mouths you have to feed.
Well, looks like some of us are going to be getting double rations soon.
How they doing, Jerry?
Lots of activity down there, Major.
They're breaking ground for the main camp. Jerry, you still got a chance to get out of here tonight. You'd better go.
I don't see any of the other men going.
You're a boy in a man's war.
Well, Major, maybe we'll be here long enough for me to grow a beard.
Come in.
We'll have to take your uncle's body, ma'am.
Take him where?
We'll bury him for you.
Tomorrow.
Sorry, ma'am. I have orders to do it tonight.
Must you take him now?
I've got my orders, ma'am. We lost 30 good men, including my captain, in that bombardment.
How's Sergeant Harper?
He died an hour ago. We'll have to go, ma'am. We have a lot of men to bury tonight.
Would you happen to have Sergeant Harper's home address?
What do you want it for?
I'd like to write a letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Detachment at Devil's Mountain, Major.
Devil's Mountain. That's Gallup.
What kind of guns were you able to bring up?
I only got 9 pounders. The heavy guns won't arrive until tomorrow.
Put whatever you have in action. We've got to get them off that mountain. Fire! Keep firing!
Go for maximum elevation. Try double shotting them.
Yes, sir.
They might as well be throwing marbles at them.
Well, that's the best these guns will do, Major. They're too light for this job.
There's 4 more supply trains on their way up. They've got to get through.
Then they'll have to wait for heavier guns.
We can't wait. Every minute is precious. Sherman can't move without those supplies.
There can't be too many men up there. But how do we get them off?
They'll have to try direct assault. Have the guns keep firing to cover us.
We'll make a run for it. I'll take my men up the inside. You men try scaling the wall.
Some of them are going into the cave. They're going to try to come up on the inside.
Never find their way, Major.
Let's discourage them anyway. Send a couple of the best shots into the cave.
Burns, Gibson, come on. Ready?
Yeah.
Keep the men scattered out all around the summit.
Yes.
It takes a year to find our way up there. I've been through here before. There's a path around here somewhere. Hey, that looks familiar. There's the crystal room. Not far now. Come on.
Colonel House from Sherman's headquarters is waiting for you, Major.
You'll have to excuse us.
Certainly.
Well, Major. Major, did you get those rebels off the mountain? We lost a dozen good men trying. 2 weeks' track work by 100 engineers blasted to pieces in a single hour, and a month's ammunition for Sherman. I tell you, Major, if those rebels aren't blasted off that mountain in a hurry, someone's head is going to roll for this, and it's not going to be mine.
Colonel, when we first passed through this territory, I begged General McPherson to occupy Devil's Mountain. I said we were vulnerable in a dozen dispatches. Nobody listened. You want my head, you can have it, but I won't dislodge those Reds.
I'm not blaming you. But we can't delay. I've been to see Sherman. He's raising the roof.
If he'll send me artillery instead of pea shooters, I'll do the job.
Sherman is sending you every large artillery piece he can spare.
Meanwhile, we twiddle our thumbs.
Our command isn't sleeping, Major. You've got one big gun coming fast.
One gun? I need a broadside.
This Navy gun will do the trick. It's a big 15-inch Dahlgren. It can blow off mountaintops.
How are we going to mount a naval gun in these hills?
It's already mounted on a flat car. It's coming by rail. It'll be here in the morning.
But the naval gun will make short work of those Rebs. I promise you that.
I'll hold you to it. Well, Major, the lady of the house, Mrs. Summers, see that she gets a safe conduct pass to Chattanooga.
Welcome to Monrovia, Major Denning. It's been a long time since you've shared our hospitality. I guess this is the Yankee way of returning.
No, look, Captain. I didn't start this war.
I see only too clearly why you volunteered for this mission. You'd been here before and you knew the territory. How many medals did Sherman promise you for taking Devil's Mountain?
30 of my men were killed in yesterday's bombardment. None of them got any medals. I didn't come here to fight with you, Kathy. Have you heard anything of Clay?
I know he's alive.
Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Clay and I almost missed this war. We were on board shipping to the Far East when Clay suddenly decided to get off. That's when we came here. He told me a story about having to see a lawyer in Atlanta about his father's plantation. It turned out all he wanted was to see you again.
I thought you'd like to know.
Thanks for telling me, Will.
Sure would like to see Clay again. Wonder where he's fighting. What am I going to do about you?
The best thing you can do for me is let me stay here in Monrovia.
Oh, you heard Colonel House. I can't be responsible for your safety here. You better go to Chattanooga.
Let me stay, Will. Please let me stay.
Oh, you're waiting for Brax, of course. I have news for you. He's free. He and his men cut their way out of the pocket we had them boxed in.
Thank goodness.
Thank the men up on Devil's Mountain. Because of them, we had to pull every available man and gun over here. Brax can't come here now. You may as well wait for him in Chattanooga.
Is that an order?
I'm just asking you. For your own sake.
Please let me stay, Will.
I could never refuse you anything.
Thanks, Will.
Oh, Kathy, I'll have to place you under house arrest. You won't be able to leave the ground. According to the book, you're still the enemy. This operation ought to blast them off the mountain in half a day. Here's where the enemy stands. From the size of their shot, we know the only guns they've got are 12-pound Brooks. These guns got a limited range. They can't shoot much beyond Snake Gap. Now, here's Snake Gap. This is where they blew up our supply trains yesterday. This is a danger area. But their range is confined within this circle. Now, the naval gun is coming down from Chattanooga. We'll stop it right about here at this point. That's a good 200 yards beyond anything they can reach from the summit. We'll bombard from this point. Oh, we got them sealed off at the mouth of the cave. There's no way down the sides of Devil's Mountain. We're going to keep pounding until there isn't a rifle shot left on that summit.
Captain Travis, 4th Cavalry. The naval gun is past Reseda. It should arrive at 2 a.m.
Great. That's good speed, Captain. Lieutenant, see Captain Travis to his quarters.
Yes, sir. Follow me, Captain.
It's 1:30. We may as well set our position.
Here she comes. Secure your gun for action.
Lieutenant Flagler, Mississippi Naval Command, sir.
You made excellent time, Lieutenant.
Will you fix a position for me, sir?
Your present position will do. We're a good 200 yards beyond the farthest range of their gun.
Will you spot for me, sir?
Let me check the ranges first, Lieutenant. I can get a better sight from that rock over there. Bring the transit. Stand by for immediate action.
Aye, sir.
of this mountain right now. There isn't...
Why?
I just saw the naval gun they brought up. You haven't got a chance, Clay.
That's the engine we heard.
How is it mounted?
On a flat car.
Must be a Dahlgren.
You can all make it if you leave now.
With a Dahlgren, Major, they can lay back outside of our range and knock off the top of this mountain a foot at a time.
We all knew something like this was bound to happen. As long as we have a single gun here and a man to fire it, they can get a supply train through Snake Gap. That's our job.
We're all with you there, Major. Except in that Navy gun has changed the situation. 1 hour after it opens fire, we won't have a gun or a man left.
That's a fact, Major.
Clay, don't sacrifice yourself and your men for nothing. You've done what you could. Now go.
Where'd you see the gun?
The other side of that rocky hill.
A good 200 yards outside of our range. Even at extreme elevation.
Remember the engagement at Lookout Mountain? We're outranged there, too, but we knocked out the guns.
Well, they could load with a double charge.
The guns won't take it. The barrels would blow up right in our faces.
Reinforce the barrels.
All we got is rope. It takes wire.
And awful strong wire, which we got none of.
Any fence wire down at Monroeville?
The fence wire was stripped a year ago.
We've got to knock out that gun. You still have the piano at the house?
Yes?
Piano wire. That's the strongest there is. It might do the trick.
You wait here. I'll be back as soon as I get the wire.
Good soldier, Kathy.
I'm going back with you.
You're going back into the house.
I'll never see you again.
You'll see me, Kathy. I'm not ready to die, not yet. Goodbye.
Major, take it back,
Major?
Deflection, 4 degrees east. Range on target.
There's 2 men on that ledge. They've got a tripod.
They're taking their sight on us. They're ready for loading. Get into the cave, Jerry. They'll be firing any minute now.
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Start loading.
Start loading. Go!
Everyone not assigned to a post into the cave. How much longer, Mac? Just turn her off, Major.
Boys, keep on promoting. First class funerals for the boys in blue. Fire! 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 We're into position.
Fire.
Fire! Fire! Start loading! Double charge! Got our range, Major. Get that engine started. Pull it back. Take it back. Get that gun moving. Take it back.
Good measure. Mac, let's bear that dead.
Reload, man.
This just arrived from General Sherman's headquarters, sir.
The guns Sherman was sending will never get here. They were ambushed at Peachtree River by Summers' raiders. But a mortar got through.
It'll take a month to get mortars down in Chattanooga.
It might be quicker to bring another naval gun down from Charleston. We could mount the guns we have on Strawberry Hill, blast them out rock by rock.
Strawberry Hill is right in their line of fire. They could pick us off like flies.
Plenty of powder, but no guns big enough to do the job.
Just how much powder do we have?
There's a whole carload that we shipped up with the naval gun. That hasn't been touched.
We're going to take that carload of powder. We're going to mine every cavern and passage under that summit. The whole top of that mountain is a hollow shell. We'll blow the lid off. By dawn tomorrow, there won't be a single rebel left on Devil's Mountain.
That'll do it, Major.
I'll get on it right away, Major.
Right,
I'll
dear.
settle it once and for all, sir.
I think that's it.
We're going to make them pay for every man we've lost, for every minute we've lost. That's the only way. Who stripped this piano?
I don't know, sir.
The wire was in there yesterday. I remember distinctly. There's been no one in the house, sir, except myself and... Come on! That wire. The piano wire. You took it to Devil's Mountain, didn't you? You told them about the naval gun. You've been working with them all along, haven't you?
What if I have?
Please let me stay, Will. I should have shipped you off to the prison stockade in Chattanooga the moment I arrived.
Maybe I have lied to you, Will. Maybe I have betrayed your friendship. You forgot. We're on different sides.
I won't forget again. By dawn tomorrow, there won't be a single man left alive on top of that mountain. Harmon! Don't let this woman out of your sight. Ship her off to Chattanooga tomorrow.
As a civilian?
No. As a prisoner of war. How long will it take to mine the passages? We'll be ready by dawn, sir. Good.
There's one hazard we run, Major.
What's that?
Well, the way this mountain slopes, there's a chance when the top is blown off, it'll slide right down into Snake Gap. That'll block the gap for good.
How long will it take to build a new track around the gap?
Good part of a week, sir.
How long will it take to bring down guns from Chattanooga?
About a month.
Then we've got no choice. We blow it. How much powder are we going to need?
Every bit we have.
All right, get your men busy, Captain.
Awful busy doing something.
They're all over the place. Wonder what they're up to.
You better get the Major down here.
When did you first hear these sounds?
Can't be more than 20 minutes, Major.
Sounds like digging to me. Are they trying to dig their way to the top, Major?
They're mining the passage under the summit.
fixing to blow us to kingdom come. Keep an eye on them, men. Don't let anyone pass.
You know the Yankee pokes his head out of one of them passages, I'll blow it up.
What did Major Denny mean when he said there wouldn't be a man left alive on that summit by morning?
You've been asking that for an hour, ma'am. I can't tell you.
But it'll be dawn soon. And I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you'll soon see what the Major meant, so I guess there's no harm in telling you. They're mining the caves. Gonna blow those men straight off the face of the earth. Sit down, ma'am. You're not going anywhere.
Take me to Major Denning immediately.
I got my orders, ma'am.
But I know those men. I can get them to surrender. You won't have to kill them.
I shouldn't have told you.
Corporal, please. Take me to Major Denning.
I don't like to see any useless killing, but I got my orders, ma'am.
Let Major Denning decide that. Take me to him. Please.
Mines are all laid, Major. You sure there's enough of them?
We've got enough powder charge set up there to erupt a volcano.
5 o'clock. How soon will all the fuse lines be down? Not more than 30 minutes. And another 30 minutes to check it.
We're right on schedule.
Will!
Corporal, what's the meaning of this? I told you to keep her at the house.
You can't murder those men in cold blood, Will.
What do you think they've done to our men? Take her back to the house and keep her there.
Will, Clay. Clay,
Clay?
you've got to give him a chance to surrender.
It's too late for surrender.
If you were up there, Clay wouldn't say that. Besides, all you want to do is get him off. What will you gain by killing them?
If they would surrender, Major, we could get Sherman supplies running through Snake Gap by tomorrow. You know they're going to surrender.
At least give me a chance to put it to them.
It's certainly worth a try, Major.
Tell your men to let me through.
Don't interrupt the work. Keep lining up the fuses. We set off that charge as per schedule, 6 o'clock. You've got less than an hour.
That's plenty of time.
Kathy. I want you to get a clear message for me. Tell them there's still a lot of ships we haven't sailed.
I've been studying Snake Gap, Major. If they blow us off of here, this whole mountaintop is going to slide right down into the gap. They'll never get a train through there anymore.
Well, once we're out of the way, they'll build a new track around.
Not in less than a week, they won't.
See, we've got 8 dead, 3 wounded. That's 7 of us left.
The wounded ain't hurt bad. There's still 10 of us.
It all boils down to 10 lives for a week's delay. How does it strike you, Mike?
Just think. 10 men holding up Sherman's whole army for a week. Sounds like a right fair bargain to me.
Listen. I don't hear a thing.
We've stopped digging.
They must be laying the fuse line. Let's go and tell them, Major.
Someone's coming.
Sounds dead ahead.
Well, here's one Yankee that's going to keep us company. Got him.
Fuse lines are all set, Major. All the men accounted for?
All of them.
We'll wait till 6. That was the time. We'd better set it off in the woods.
Wish Corporal Jennings was here now. He sure could play that guitar.
Gee, I wish I had an ear for music.
Mind if I play my mouth organ, Major?
Oh, go ahead, Burns. Sure wish Corporal Jennings was here.
Max, the medicine kit.
Will's down there. Will Denny. He says you can surrender. You only have till 6. Hurry, Craig. Craig, go. Take your men. Hurry. You haven't much time.
It's nearly 6 now, Major.
Take the men down, Mac.
What about you?
I'll follow.
You'll never make it carrying her.
Sergeant McCart will take the men down. O'clock, Major. Give them 5 minutes more.
I'll never leave you again.
It's 6:15, Major. It's 6:15.